Hey everyone, it's Alex here, bringing you another Alex Draws. This time, I'm actually going to be drawing a comic book cover. So, as you can see here, I already have a basic template. If you guys would like me to share it with you, definitely just comment below, and I'll share it with you if you guys have any comics or anything like that. I used to have a comic book series, actually 3 comic book series that I had to do covers for, so I had to get the hang of basically setting everything up. So here goes a logo or character. Like Marvel would usually, in the old days at least, they would have a picture of like Spider-Man if it was a Spider-Man comic. Then below they would have Marvel down here. So it's kind of similar to that, number and price. This is kind of like every single comic that ever exists has comic the price here. Older comics have price located like around here. Statement about the comic. This is akin to DC's kind of tale where they put like New 52. Hey, I got a Facebook thing. I got friends. Name of the comic here. This is basically everything has this now. They have the comic name right here, story arc, part number, and something else being said about the comic with varied text and size. Here's where the ISBN would go if you have one. So if you would like to make a blank box over this in case you ever do get one or anything like that, just leave it for this space. So I'm going to start filling this in with different stuff. I have 4 issues of this comic done, so I have a lot of different drawings of the characters already in action. So since I have all these different pictures of them, I could use them as filler. That being said, though, these characters are the easiest thing to draw because they're so simple. So the first thing I'm going to want to do, actually, I want to create a logo for these this comic series. I have a name, but I do not have a logo. So now we have this look where above looks like that, average looks like that. I think I'm going to do a dark blue. Little known fact about me, if you don't know me well, I'm actually colorblind, unfortunately, but I was able to get the hang of color wheels and things like this because I'm able to see this is red, this is green, this is yellow. I was able to memorize it, so because of that I was able to get over it. I'm gonna do a white behind it like that. Kind of looks like Kitty, but I think it's a good look for it. There's no background to it, so because of that, like, you're not going to see the glow, but if you do something behind it, you're going to see that. I actually kind of like that, though. So maybe this will have something weird behind it, something like this looking. I like that. Average, I'm probably going to have to do something with this because now average looks a little bit too average. The story arc and part number. I'm gonna do this one as yellow, and it's gonna have a black drop shadow. So I'm gonna do 0, put the strength up a little bit more so it's darker behind it. I'm gonna move it over because where the text falls. The story arc. What's the name of this story arc? Random Misadventures. I think we need a little bit more comedy to it. Let's see. The Nameless Story Arc. Part 1 of 7. Now, since it has such a long thing there, I'm gonna do that. So I'm actually the one who did the writing and the art and the editing. So I'm gonna put my name 3 times. I'm enjoying this so far. Logo, company name, I'm gonna do that right now. So I put my name, I put an image inside. I'm gonna change these to white to get the look, and I'm gonna do a black drop shadow so it stands out. And if I find a problem with it later, I'm going to fix it. I'm probably gonna do the opposite where I would do black with a white drop shadow. But right now, I'm sticking to this. Change the strength like that. Now we get this, it's starting to look more and more like an actual comic book. So we're missing background images on the actual comic. This text here and this box. This ended up being huge because the fidelity, the graphics on our logo only looks good when it's closer up. So I'm gonna have to see when I export it if it still looks right. I'm gonna put the issue number, which I seem to have forgotten. I'm gonna put that somewhere on this page too. So what I'm gonna do, because I forgot the number and we have such a huge, I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna make this bigger. I'm gonna move this down to here. Gonna fix it. And then I'm gonna put, because I forgot earlier, I'm gonna put the issue number on the side where I had the name and stuff before. So I'm gonna change this to numero uno. For those of you who don't know, that means number one. JK, means nothing. Anyway, number one. I think this may also need to be Cambria. You want to kind of stick to like 1 or 2 fonts. You don't want to use too many, so then people are like, "What? I don't know what's going on. Too many fonts. Too many fonts." So the price we don't really have. So maybe underneath, as a joke, I'd be like, price? We'll see. Maybe that won't stick. Probably won't. Because I got to figure out if where we're putting it wants us to put a price or not. If not, probably going to be free. So, alright. Next up, we need an actual image for the issue. And then, basically, we're almost done. So, now we have this so far. And, still just trying to build the cover. I'm trying to figure out the best way to show what happens in the first issue. The issues are pretty short, actually. They're about, I think 10 pages long, maybe less, actually. And they're just like little funny short things. So I don't know if we're going to combine it for the first issue, like do 2 small issues, or what we're going to do. But, right, I just want to try to get the feeling of the comic just by looking at the cover. And it's supposed to be like this funny thing, so that's why I have like I actually took 2 panels from 2 separate issues, and I just separated them. Since I draw everything on different layers, it's pretty easy to do, and I'm just trying to put it together in a different way and still make it look right. So that's what I'm trying to do now. And his head and his body are actually not the way it's supposed to be. His head is actually too big for the body. So I gotta make his body bigger. So this is the first issue so far, and now all I'm gonna need is a background. I'm gonna take it from issue 1 and see how that works. And there you have it. I think this is almost 100% to my liking. If I did shading, it would do the series injustice. It would not do it well because the comic doesn't have shading on the characters, so I don't think that would be a good idea. But I like it. Maybe this box can go, but since we don't know how it's going to be done, I'm going to leave it. And here we go. Here it is, the issue 1 cover of Above Average. This is a joke. There's no actual story arc. That's why I just called it the nameless story arc. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys watching this one specifically, because it's not for a character you guys know well, and it's for a series that we're doing. So it does kind of seem like a plug-in, but it's not. It's just something that I thought you guys would like to see, and like to see how I go about doing. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time.